Hello everyone and welcome back to the Appalachian Bourbon Society Bar. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jamie.
And tonight we're going to find out if one of these $30 bottles can beat the Blanton's Tater bottle in a blind.
Interesting to find out on this one.
You have any favorites going in?
Oh goodness, we've really been enjoying that early times, as you can tell by the bottle, but the Blantons as well, since that's our second bottle of our Blantons. But I tend to go to the lower proofs, so that's what I enjoy more. All of these are around the same proof.
Yeah, so we got 94, is it 94 or 93? 93, so I was off there by one. So 93 and 200 proof bottles, but yeah, let's get into it. I'm excited for this one.
And I poured the blinds and Daniel mixed them up, so we do not know which one is which.
Yep. We'll start on
let's
our
get started.
left and we'll work our way to the right.
All right, sounds good. Very mellow.
Yeah. Some fruitiness there.
Definitely some fruit.
A little bit of baking spice.
Brown sugar. I'm getting more of a brown sugar note than I am a caramel note.
No, I agree with that 100%. A little bit of oak.
Yes, light.
Not a lot, but just a little hint of oak there on the back end.
Ready to give it a try?
Sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
A little bit of slight, just a little bit of the spice that you pick up on it, kind of mid palate. A little bit of that citrusy fruit note.
Yeah.
Not getting a lot of the sweetness on that one. Not like I did the nose.
It's got a decent mouthfeel and a decent finish for a lower proof bourbon. Mm-hmm. I mean, I felt it go all the way down. Nice Kentucky hug there for me. But yeah, I'm going to give it another sip.
Almost like a medium finish on that one. So I can, even on that second sip, I still can have some of that flavor in there.
That's, oh man. It's almost like a butterscotch to me on that second sip.
Did you get the butterscotch with that?
It's pretty good. All right, you ready to move on to the next one?
I'm trying to go back and see if I could get that butterscotch, but I do think I do slightly now that I'm trying that again.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird when somebody pulls out a note, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's the note.
It's the power of suggestion.
That's true.
Can I have a sip of that water?
Sure.
Please? We got to start getting our own water.
Okay, this one I get more spice up front on the nose. Almost grain.
Yeah, it's almost a little grain forward. Like some citrus zest there. The nose is not nearly as sweet as the other one to me.
I feel like the first one had more zest in it, and this one has more sweeter. I still get a little bit of the zest, but not as much as the first one.
What glass are you drinking out of?
A.
Okay, just making sure we're both on the same glass.
We're both getting different notes tonight, huh?
This is a sweeter nose. More zesty.
Yes, that's what I said. A little bit sweeter. I don't get more zest. I get a little less zest on that one.
Okay.
I'm getting more of that grain.
Yeah, the grain is definitely there. A little bit of oak. And let's try it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now, to me, that one was sweeter on the palate than that first one.
To me, that one, the spice comes on the back end of it.
Yes.
It's not on the mid or front of the palate, so more on the back of the palate.
I feel like I'm getting more of that caramel note. Or actually butterscotch. Because now that you sit there for a second and you breathe, then it's more like that butterscotch. Like you've had a Werther sitting in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I just don't know out of those two so far which one I like the best. This might be tougher than I thought.
I feel like the second one, I don't know about you.
I don't want to know what you want.
I feel like the second one had...
Don't tell me how you rank it.
No, I just feel like the second one had a little bit longer finish to it than the first one.
I agree. All right, on to glass number 3 here. Now
No, that smells the best out of the 3 to me.
That's more fruit, vibrant fruit.
Yes. Sweet fruit. Oh, goodness.
Yeah. A little bit of baking spice, a little bit of vanilla. And just a hint of oak.
This one definitely has those sweet notes like I like.
Yeah, this should be right up your wheelhouse right here. Cheers.
Caramel. That's sweet on the palate. That is sweet on the palate.
Everything you get on the nose of that one translates right into the palate. It's sweeter side. Some sweet fruit.
I feel like the finish might be a little bit shorter on this one.
Not quite as long on the finish.
Goodness.
I think it's got the best mouthfeel though. Mm-hmm. It just fades away really, really fast.
That one I just feel like I've had a caramel apple, and that caramel's just sitting in there.
I get the apple. I don't know about the caramel apple, but definitely the apple. I can get the apple because it's definitely fruit.
Smell it again and tell me if you don't get a caramel note, and then taste it, because then I'm like, oh, almost like not a red sweet apple, but like the Granny Smith apples with the caramel dipped on it, and because so you get a little bit of that tartness with it. Thoughts?
Man, I think this is going to be tougher than I thought it would. They're all enjoyable. Nothing offensive in any of them.
No. And I'll tell you, looking back at my glasses, this third one, even though it had a shorter finish, it is coating that glass really well.
It's got some legs on the glass, don't it? That's for sure. All right, I got to go back to number 1 here.
Yeah, I'm kind of running back through them myself. These blinds are really interesting when you're doing them.
I think I got my order. How about you?
Yeah, I think I have mine.
One more sip to verify. Yeah. So what's your third place?
So my third place was actually the first glass we tried. The finish on that was good, but it was very zesty to me and very spice forward. But then other than that, I didn't feel like I was pulling as much as the flavors from it.
I would agree that was glass number 3 out of the bunch for me as well. It just didn't have quite the mouthfeel to me, and the nose and the palate were just different to me. So what you smell on the nose
it's not what you got on that
doesn't
palate.
translate into the palate quite as well. Now, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy this, but that's why I put it in third place. The nose didn't translate
just
to the palate.
overall.
Yeah.
Overall.
So you want me to go with my second place next?
Sure.
So my second place is going to be the glass in the middle here.
Y'all, it's like we're in sync tonight because that was also my second place. And this one just had
It had that little bit of grain.
It had that little bit of graininess
Yeah.
to it. And I still got that sweet, zesty note on it. And I'm looking back at my notes here, and it did have a little bit longer finish to it. But I think that grainy note
Yeah.
to it just kind of threw it
That's-
off just a little.
That's what dropped it down for me, was that little bit of that grain note, a little bit of youthfulness maybe
Mm-hmm.
there. I mean, we don't know what the age statement on these. They're bottled in bond, so they got to be at least 4 years. But I mean, that's really all we know. So that means
Our first place.
that's first place
We
for
actually
both of us.
matched up again, y'all.
I think she's looking at my note card over here. just
He's way
copying
over
me.
there. So okay, so your first place, I rated mine at a 3.5. I felt like I got that caramel apple note off of it. It was just the nose met the palate on that.
Yeah.
Even though it had just a slightly shorter finish to it, it just coated the palate so well.
Yeah. I actually rated that one 3.5 as well. Out of 5, so 1 to 5, I rated it a 3.5. My second place, just so you know, was a 3.25, and then third place I rated a 3. So,
And I had a 3.5 on my first place, a 3.0 on my second, and a 2.5 on my first.
so you put a
I mean,
little-
on my third, excuse me. This one just was not, like I said, it was good. It just wasn't my favorite out of trying the 3 of them.
All right, you ready for the big reveal?
Drum roll!
Did
Let's
one
see.
of these $30 bottles beat the $80 Blantons?
I'm interested to find this one.
Yeah, so
It might be a bottle we go and buy some backups of.
third place,
Was Glass B.
That is the early times. So that's our third place.
And that's kind of surprising because that's a bottle we've, as you can tell, we've been sipping on a little bit.
Yeah, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy sipping on any of these, really and truly. Glass number 2
Was A.
was A. Evan Williams.
So our first place,
So
actually,
our first place,
for both of us,
double first.
actually
We
was
both
the
agreed
Blantons.
was the Blantons. So in tonight's blind, the $80 bottle didn't beat the $30 bottle.
But we would
Interesting.
drink any of them, honestly.
Oh, now we're just talking about rating them, you know.
Right.
These are definitely a better value.
That's true. That's true. They're bang for your buck.
Yeah, if we're bringing, you know, full circle, these two are definitely more bang for your buck.
And we know now, too, out of the two $30 ones, which one would come in first for us.
Yeah, so we figured that out tonight as well. So some useful information here for us.
Right.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Which one would you think would have come in first place, second place, and third place if you've had all 3 of these? We'd love to know your thoughts on it. If you have all 3 of these, do this blind yourself and let us know your results, because everybody's palate's different and your results may vary.
And it's highly unusual for us to match up.
On all 3.
On all 3.
We usually, so on a 3-way blind, we'll usually have a couple that,
Or off, yes.
yeah, where we disagree, and we might agree on 1 out of the 3. But yeah, but tonight we were in unison. Look
Yes,
at that.
unusual.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. The $80 bottle is the winner, unfortunately.
Let us know if there's another inexpensive bottle versus a higher price bottle that you would like us to compare to.
Yeah, and if we have it, we'd love to do those. But as always, please drink responsibly. Never drink and drive. And until next time, keep it neat.